Get out those old records, those old phonograph records, the ones we used to play so long ago. What if they sound scratchy? The tunes really were catchy, and especially those that said, I love you so. I used to beg you over and over just to set the wedding day. To get you courtable, I'd bring my portable and melt your heart away with all those old records, those old phonograph records, the ones we used to play so long ago. Out those old
all the ones about
records, those old
all the ones about you,
records, the ones
Kitten
we used to play so long ago.
On the old wind-up Victrola.
Well, guys, welcome back to another Christmas with the Medicos video. And you know what? I am going to lean you just for a second, and I'm going to add a little more light, I think, by the fire. Better. Tonight's Christmas with the Medicos is featuring the Seafoam line. This is a Dublin, the meerschaum line of pipes from Medico. Now, were the Seafoam lines the only meerschaum line pipe subline from Medico? No. But they were the first. I trimmed my wick, and now my flame is as high as cane rods. And so the Seafoam, from what we know, again, it adds, this is the best we can do, came out in the late 50s, early 60s. And they featured the white stem, as you guys can see here, and the S, see if I can get close enough here with enough light. There you go, the S on the stem. Now, was it the only line with an S on the stem, Paladin? No. They had a medical scroll and a Medico spectrum, which were colored briar, similar to competing with, and this was much later, it was in direct competition with the Graybow's colored pipes. The scroll is a very interesting one. I only have one of those, and I'm not showing them on here, but it's a very interesting rustication. It literally kind of looks like someone took a etching tool and kind of went into it. It's very interesting. But I think the bigger question is, why a meerschaum lined briar? Ah. My manners in the half and half mug, licorice tea. I love my licorice tea. And you can't have licorice tea well, you can't have licorice tea with a blend that doesn't have licorice. I mean, you could, but so had to be half and half. So, why in the heck would you have a meerschaum lined briar. There are a lot of theories as to this. Someone wanted the porosity of meerschaum and the repeatability, smokability of meerschaum. But wanted the durability of briar. That's one theory. Another theory is you had flaws in the inner rim of the briar, and you had some leftover meerschaum. That was most likely what's called pressed meerschaum. We'll talk about that in just a second. And you put the two together, and you got a cool little pipe. Again, kind of a gimmick kind of thing, but it works okay. One thing I do not love about the meerschaum lined briars is it definitely adds weight into the bowl. The meerschaum does not go into the shank, but it's just in the bowl, but it definitely makes for a little heavier pipe. Now, this is, again, compared to modern day pipes, it's nothing, but for a guy who 99% of the time smokes codger pipes, this can get a little heavy, especially if you got a good size one, which a couple of those that you saw were good size. So what is block versus pressed meerschaum? Now, there are brands of codger pipes, namely Kiko, that had meerschaum lined briars and meerschaum lined briar wrapped in leather that advertised to be block meerschaum. I have never done the test, and if you want to do the test, you can either lick it. Yeah, literally, you can lick the end of the bowl. Don't do that, but you can. Or you just lick your finger and try and touch the end of the bowl, and if it sticks, it's block meerschaum. If it's pressed, it typically doesn't. I have never tested that, but my guess is Medico probably used, at least in this line, probably pressed meerschaum. I keep yapping. I have often wondered if the wrapping or putting the meerschaum in briar hindered the meerschaum from being able to do its normal wicking of moisture like it should be doing, because now you have this extra layer on here. I don't know. Some of my meerschaum gurus can tell me. But nonetheless, the Seafoam line was a popular line. They made many Seafoam lines, and then later along the Crest line, which we will talk about very soon, they came up with the ancient Bruyere line, and they lined some of the bowls with meerschaum as well. But I do think if you're a pipe smoker, you should have at least one meerschaum lined briar. I mean, just so you can experience part of yesteryear. Even if you don't like codger pipes, they make some of the bigger ones. Like a couple of those you saw were quite big. But in my opinion, does it cool the smoke or give any other enhancements to the smoke? Not really. But still a cool thing. So there you have it. Another Christmas with the Medicos video. Stay tuned. We got some really good ones coming up next. And until then, we'll see you very soon on another Paladin Piper video. Take care, guys.